31-43-8, the Oilers' record in their last season here at Rexall Place, one that was riddled with significant injuries to key players since training camp. Regardless, it's a disappointing 29th place finish and a 10th year with no playoffs, something the players will have to dwell on heading into the offseason.
I know that losing is something that has happened a lot here in Edmonton for a while now, and I think it just gets to a point where you have to just be so sick of losing that you can't do it anymore.
There's a lot of room for improvement in this team, and for us to get there in a long way, we got to ask ourselves if we can play that 28 games right now against Anaheim, the LAs, and all that. So I don't think we're ready as a team, but I think we're on the right path.
Yeah, we saw our game grow in a lot of areas this season. More wins than in the past. A few that I've been here, but at the end of the day, we're on the outside looking in by a long shot, so it's an empty feeling inside, a frustrating one.
I'm someone who definitely doesn't handle losing very well, so this year's definitely been hard on me, but I definitely hope that's something we can change next year.
President of Hockey Operations and GM Peter Chiarelli acknowledges the improvement in structure, level of competitiveness on a more consistent basis, but the 8-point improvement over last year wasn't good enough, admitting Sunday afternoon that he envisioned this team having an 82-point season.
I knew you don't turn it around in a season. I didn't like losing all these games. So you go into this expecting the worst, hoping for the best. It wasn't completely surprising, but I did expect better.
With that, one would expect this team to look quite a bit different coming into camp in September.
There's a whole bunch of ways to make changes, and I guess no one is untouchable except maybe a couple of guys. So I mean, like I gotta look at everything. As a manager, you have to look at everything, and it's unacceptable to be where we're at. What we have now isn't good enough.
And the players who have been here the longest understand their GM's sentiment.
Whatever happens, happens. My message is still the same, that I'd love to be here. It's it's home for me now, and you see some really good pieces on our team that you want to be with going forward. So it's still the same.
But ultimately that's out of the players' control, really. All they can do is play in the way they left and deal with what happens in the summer.
Obviously, I want to stay here and be part of this team for many years to come, but like I said, I'm not going to be thinking about it too much. I just want to have a good off-season in training and try to get better for next season.
Chiarelli also noted that he feels he can make significant improvements to the team's back end. How exactly he plans on doing that, he wasn't willing to divulge today. Now, he also noted that he didn't feel there was a fair market for Nail Yakupov at the trade deadline, and that he expects the team to have a captain next season after playing the entire year without one, the first time that's happened in franchise history. Next up for the club, the NHL's draft lottery, which Edmonton holds a 13.5% chance of winning. That goes April 30th in Toronto. Tom Gazzola, Oilers TV.